Okay, boys. We've got hold on. OBS says that it's constantly dipping into yellow. I'm gonna turn it down a bit. Okay, so essentially, I have friends that would want to know what happens in this game. I believe they, but they're not going to play it. Like the difficulty. I've asked the difficulty, or they have it. So I might as well share the experience of Vangers with them. At the end of the 20th century, the unification of scientific and esoteric knowledge, which had long been separate and antagonistic, occurred. This was initiated by certain human spirits to achieve transcendental contact with powers resembling an infinite mind. The infinite mind had long been foretold and anticipated by some, denied to exist by others. The time was right, and the information gained from the contact, the theoretical principles of which were completely unknown, could be used successfully in real life. A technology that had the most dramatic impact on human evolution was the permanent tunneling of space, the creation of so-called passages which enabled travel to alien worlds. Humanity's age-old dream of traveling to the stars became reality. A cosmogonical model of the universe with its planets, stars, and galaxies became unnecessary. The passages opened to ways into zones whose formation was completely unrelated to the scientific concept of meta-galaxy. That's a Russian thing. They mean that it's not part of the meta-galaxy. It means our universe. Exactly, our universe. That's building and activating a passage required enormous amounts of energy, and its destination point was impossible to predict. After activation, a passage became virtually autonomous, connecting two worlds. Mankind rushed headlong to the new worlds, exploring and colonizing and unthinking and heedless of any consequences. While the finest minds assimilated knowledge from the new worlds, others bent on conquest rushed forth with vehicles of vast destruction. These explorers were uncaring of the philosophical aspects of contact with other civilizations. Secure in the knowledge of their superior intellect, humans expanded and conquered new worlds for 100 years. The entire human culture was significantly distorted under the impact of the rapidly growing chain of worlds. Without even completing the reconnaissance and development of one world, the explorers would start building a new passage to the next. Fortunately, only a minority of the new worlds became part of the chain, since the environment on many of them was extremely hostile to humans. Inevitably, the explorers disregarded conceit to reap their just rewards. The Crispo were completely unfamiliar, nothing like the ugly little humanoid flying UFOs of the 20th century imagery. The collective mind of a Crispo colony was totally unintelligible to the humans with their individual psyches. The colony's flawless mechanism closely resembled earthly nests of insects, so they be that they were one common archetype instead of the other. Kind of arrogant to do that, you know. Oh, these vampires aren't just. Oh, these vampires aren't like the vampires you know. They're evil. The appearance of the explorers from the passage was initially overlooked by the colony, preoccupied as it was with its primary function of territorial control. Conversely, the advance guard of explorers immediately started slaying these strange beasts as they had done in similar circumstances to so many times before. The consequences of this slaughter were catastrophic. By the time the people realized their technological inferiority to the new enemy, the Crispo had managed to enter the passage and had discovered the new unclaimed territories. Initially, they ignored the human settlers, although they did exterminate anyone foolish enough to get in their way. Disunited and defenseless, these settlers managed to seal off major cities, leaving the rest of the world to the Crispo. Events progressed rapidly and the passage to Earth was destroyed, leaving millions of the Softy, as they were later to be known, owing to their physical helplessness, isolated with the Crispo. Soon, the Crispo sprang a new surprise. The human body served extremely well as biomass for their larvae. The rapidly decreasing Softy population attempted a last counterstroke, inspired by the infinite mind, genetic intrusion. It successfully drove the Crispo back, and as the epidemic threatened to harm the queen of their colony, the passage to the Crispo homeworld, Cry, was blocked. The genetic intrusion unleashed during the clash between the Softy and the Crispo resulted in a combined genetic structure. In the following generations, biomolecular chaos erased all the original Softy and Crispo, and formed the sinister Boolean of Spawn. The majority of them had no chance of survival, but after a while, three basic varieties of the species, the bios, began to form from the diversity of mutant Losty. They were all characterized by a similar metabolism and psychobiological uniformity. The Crispo anatomy proved to be more advanced and better suited for the local habitat. The Softy complex nervous system proved superior in terms of versatility. The Losty inherited these characteristics from their ancestors. The four basic worlds of the chain are now inhabited by the three bios, whose diversity traces back to the functional division of a Crispo colony. So, 4 worlds, 3 people, 3 races of people. Who has the fourth? The Crispo colony encountered by the pioneer Softy appeared to be a highly organized collective mind of insectoid organisms. However, all was not how it seemed. Only one division of the Crispo manifested intelligence, and the Softy remained ignorant of their existence. It was the larvae, subterranean creatures incapable of fast movement and relatively weak, who ran the colony. A complicated movement and system of sense was used to control the other divisions of the colony. These worm-like bearers of mind were at the top of the colony hierarchy with the queen at their head. The queen did not possess her own consciousness or identity. She merely integrated the mental primitives of the larvae. Human individualism was alien to her intrinsically collective mind. Territorial expansion of Crispo was highly organized, and began with the invasion of the queen's satellites, the larvae, into the area to be occupied. The larvae controlled the Crispo combat troops from deep underground by generating pheromones. The larvae consisted of a simple biological structure with a slow metabolism which resulted in a lifespan lasting eons. All the creatures in the universe live according to their inherent nature. The Softy possessed a restlessness of mind and spirit that urged them to ceaselessly search for their reason d'etre. Crispo were free from such high matters. Their leading strength lay in the integration of diverse beings by the Queen in a complicated but well-organized biological system. The Clash extracted these drives from both Crispo and Softy. Oh, I forgot. I guess we get right off. That's really sorry to everyone who had to hear that. The few bios that produced during the Boolean of Spawn, capable of physical survival, inherited a combination of racial instincts producing obscure urges which had lost any meaning. During the clash, while defending themselves from the ferocious Crispo, the last generation of the Softy built underground enclave cities, esclaves, which became home to their descendants, the Losty. Although the Losty inherited their brains from the Softy, their subconscious integrated many bizarre psychic features of their Crispo ancestors, which emerged as somewhat bizarre behavior. In the mutants, somewhat bizarre behavior in the mutants. It is the influence of these instincts that has resulted in the bios existing in urban communities, the Bunches. They endlessly practice cult rituals, the only reason for existence they have. The Bunches have survived only by strict adherence to the conservation laws that developed over time. A bunch cycle consists of several stages, each of which is closely connected to the physiology of one of the bios. The completion of each function depends on the scent of a particular larvae, which serves as a catalyst. The complicated Crispo mechanism of controlling the colony through a system of scents evolved into a sophisticated cult practiced by the Losty. It involved great reverence of and addiction to the scents of the now hidden and unfathomable larvae, who still slowly crawl underground, disunited without their connection to the Queen, lost long ago when the passage to Cry was sealed. It is now 1,000 years after the clash. The Losty have stabilized and formed aberrant tribes of inbred creatures. Living on the rubble of powerful and ancient civilizations, they practice endless cult cycles in an attempt to establish a rationale for their existence. The player belongs to the clan of Vangers, explorers, warriors, traitors, and pirates, in a world that is only just beginning to wake up from the oblivion. The strange worlds of the lost chain emerge as time passes. They are full of mystery, weird inhabitants, and dangerous competitors. Eventually, it will be revealed that the clash between the Softy and the Christbow was not coincidental. The weird history of the Boolean of Spot had it planned by the Infinite Mind, specifically to develop a new type of warrior, the Vangers. Vangers approaching! Welcome back, poor pig Garlic. We thought you were completely dead. Have to give another one away. You know how it happens. Yesterday you were a dapper little caterpillar without a care in the world. And now you're climbing into your mechos and going up into our warmth. Do I start these lines over again when I screw them up? And now you're climbing into your mechos and going up from our woods up there to plow the roads on Fostral, scaring everyone you meet into ditches. I see you're too dumb to listen to me. What are you worth, you worthless piece of trash? Listen and remember, as you'll understand this later, if you survive, of course. I'm Leapy, the Counselor of Punish, and escape on Fostral, which is what we call our world. And you're a cloud of mucus cast away from the pods. Your fate is clear. You'll take out your rattle trap and be thrown out, as that's the law. I hope your fate will make you wait. It's excruciating living off of a pod. I've seen a lot of jerks like you, yet I still sympathize with you. They blinked innocently, just like you, not knowing who they were, where they were from, or where they should go. Alright, as a matter of routine, I must tell you about the anatomy of the universe. Now listen. Don't be afraid. There's no need to know too much. I used to give lengthy lessons talking about bunches, the chain, the underground larvae, about stupid people rats that live on glarks. I'll explain what Ratha is, about Kusawaks. Yes, I see it's all for nothing. You look at me like E.T. trying to understand the message. At your wit's end, you haven't seen life inside or outside. I guess that, Leapkey means, he's like, talking about the, Crispo, failing to make any sense of what humans were communicating in a true Ender's Game fashion. Otherwise, it just sounds like in universe pop culture, like, which he does know about. There surprisingly is popular culture in this, in Fostral. So I'll do this the easy way. I'll give you the mission without splitting hairs. Fostral is big and we're on the bottom. Our escape is here. Far up is Incubator, the holy place, which is where we send our tasty nimbos to prolong the eelipod larvae. Remember our bios, it's superior to all the creatures in the chain. And now remember the main thing. You're on your own from this moment on, with no one to feed or lick or cuddle you. You are a maverick, your own master and servant. No one will give a pinch of search for your mistakes. Your choice is Mechos, an ancient machine you alone and die in. For there are quite a lot of you, Knights of the Road, who comb the world for gains and kill each other for chicken feed. Vangers are beasts. We Elipods are kind to you, but only somewhat. We don't give a crap about your destiny, and you are free to do whatever you want. But remember, if you want to survive, you'd better listen to us, Shriek. Only by serving Punish will you get everything, from fast mechos to secret knowledge. Here's your first mission. Get some secret nimbos from here, take it to the other end of Fostral, into Sultry Incubator. My feeder's waiting here. He'll tell you more if you survive in the jungles of Fostral. Farewell, kiddo, and good luck. Bring me some Kusawaks. Okay. is Kusawaks, Counselor? Oh, Kusawaks? What do you know about Kusawaks? Nothing! You haven't seen Kusawaks, and I won't show you mine! Get me a couple and then we'll talk. What is Nimbus, Counselor? Your Nimbus will never awake, Rabbler! What is Cert, Counselor? Cert is all we need. There's a trend completely unhelpful. What is... Oh yeah, seasons just changed. And this is, you'll notice that this has, in turn, changed the color of our paint. This means nothing. What is Vangers, Counselor? Who are Vangers? And you're asking me, the Counselor? Oh, the kind of idiots that I have to put up with! Where's Vanger, Counselor? Vanger is my shadow. Go pay him a visit! So, oh yeah, okay, I got my, I can't recall for exactly what I've mapped all the keys to, but I do know, the map by, map thing. Might not have a clue what the weapons were key to, nor, do I really, not that I can really test that right now. Anyway, so, planets in this world are, cylindrical, basically. When he said up and down, he means, like, up, down on, like, the mini-map. In other words, north and south. I don't know if that's a mistranslation or if, like, or if the developers weren't really, like, accounting for, objective direction, because you can't see that this world is 3D. We're not climbing upwards. I don't think that we're climbing upwards. I, had a car accident down here. Yeah. So this planet is, covered in, it's covered in, abandoned industrial machinery. Basically like Salt Lake City. And we're just about there. We're here. I forgot. I don't really remember where. I don't really remember the open button. Yeah. Oh, okay. Ah, another green Vanger! Get lost up there, you naughty rambler! Oh, okay, you're a victim of fate already! I'm glad you got here and didn't drown or encounter your friends! That's me, in case you keep your body and soul together for a while. It's kind of a... Nor, gargly. I'm Vanger! Leapkey is my boss! I'm Vanger. Leapkey is my host. I'm in his pod. Well, you're too young to understand this. But remember one thing. I don't really exist. Vanger is a function of the pod. Well, my thoughts are his thoughts. For example, if I'm scratching myself, he is scratching himself too. The host, Leapkey to you, knows everything about me and even more. Actually, I am him to some extent. Pods are the basis of any pod life. We're so comfortable that I feel embarrassed for you that you're alone. Being outside is frightening. Every time I give you an Ellie, I beg him to leave the baby in Potish and not depart my nursling with the Ellipod bunch. But alas, you'll notice it capitalized the pronoun on there. This is, as far as I can remember, like the only time that a pronoun is capitalized by this character. Oh yeah, seasons have changed once more. So this time it actually does something. I can peel back the layers of the world, or just like dissolve the biological covering of things. Make it all gross. I don't know where this paint is coming from. Alright, enough of that chit-chat! It's time for you to go up! Incubator is not your home! I hope you understand fossils formation and will be able to easily make your way down to Potish! Your task is to get some soft phlegma into your mechos, as we need it in Potish! You can get phlegma in the shop to the left of me! We'll pay for the delivery! Now get to your strange world! Your choice of cargo is a good one, Wheelman! You have a bright future! Nimbus is what the Ellipods need here! And wonderful incubator! Yeah. You can... Sorry, everyone has to put up with my, innards being, dressed for the occasion, so to speak. Yeah, it's like, in the season where it's only, kind of green, so it looks almost normal. In fact, I'm confident that there are places where the clay looks like this. I still don't remember which button opens the door. Oh yeah, frick. Okay, so I forgot another mechanic of this game here. Alright, so I've got... So some of you probably already knew this from the review. I was like... Okay, yeah, I was like trying to commit vehicular homicide there for a moment. Not manslaughter, just homicide. Sometimes with Raph, it's manslaughter, other times it's homicide. Normally it's manslaughter. I don't need to do that at very much. So this tangent is related. One end of this tangent is related to the other. Luck is the. There are two karma meters here, sort of. One's like, hold on. Yeah, you see those there? Okay. Luck is good karma for service to society. That red dot down there on the mini-map, that's that guy's participating in a cult race right now. The election. Yeah, actually could get at quite a lot of we could actually like sneak some rewards if we poached as a leech right then and there, but I don't feel like it. Okay, so completing cult races like a leech gets you more luck. Luck is the key to opening these weird random doors into different equipment depots. Dominance is different. Dominance is... I forgot. Seriously. I heard that it is supposed to affect AI. Either way, it's Either way, dominance you get from killing other guys. Other Vangers on the map. I see our talks are not in vain, Vanger. You brought us phlegma. We Elipods like to wallow in it. Nothing to say, Fitter. Leave me alone. I'm busy. Okay. So I'm gonna sell phlegma. I'm gonna sell the munitions because I don't need them right here and now. Okay, so this is like kind of variable. There's like a few variables between games. One's okay, like a certain letter string. The other is the position of various treasures on the map. One of these treasures, some of these treasures are the burnt out wrecks of the ancient special mechas. And you have to reunite them, of course, with the different parts of them to bring them back into workable old condition. Oh. Okay, I just remember what dominance is for. Okay. On the map, the undetectable to the player, but quite visible on the little map. There's these larvae that are moving underground. Mandalore didn't cover this at all. Basically, that is larvae. You have to go use certainers next to the larvae to go collect their cert, which is big cash crop. Basically, you know, there's trade and then there's prospecting. Prospecting comes. Gulp Down has come into the world. It is a good time for holdups and taboo tasks, Vanger. I don't know. So, okay, so this trade is prospecting. Now, raiding a depots for ammunition, that's one way of prospecting. Capturing certainers from larvae is the other. That thing down there wasn't a larva. That was I don't know what's going down there. You know, we live in a world of mystery and beauty. And heavy metal poisoning. Oh, there's passage, of course. Yeah. We don't have the password to it yet. The password isn't a string. Okay. Yeah, buddy. Okay, I'm done. Bless you all. No, there's still room for some more munitions. Okay, you know, this is maybe like think about other Islamic stuff, and I've concluded that Zetzine needs to never, ever finish that Lobotomy Corporation review. This guy has the worst luck with the topical OLA occurrences. Oh yeah, because like he keeps accidentally foreshadowing real-world occasions. It's now time to tell you about the Ellie Pod's routine. You're not a rookie in the incubator anymore. Now we can trust you with the Ellies. Now listen. All living creatures in the chain are subject to the laws of flesh, and every bunch has its own cycle. We are all under the thrall of the creepy creature soup, and those that couldn't make their way to larvae are now dead and no more. Our ancestors are taking our cherished allegiance to Ponish, and here's a rough plan of our rotation. You'd better learn it, or else you'll be a beggar, or die somewhere in a ditch from brood of Vangers, or, what would be even worse, Rafa. In the beginning is plump up, that's what we'll call it. Some pods select a low chord, his body starts to plump, everyone gets a kick out of that. The Nimbus moves and bubbles inside the chosen Ellie pod, and now this pod's all nervous and uptight. The tension is eternal, and we're at the climax! The sound of the low chord now surges higher and higher! Bang! And silence! The chord is cut short. The right Nimbus is now ready for delivery into incubator. It's right for place. Okay, I was just gonna say that I feel dirty, but now I kind of get it. Nimbus are eggs. The leeches are larvae. And Ellie pods are adults. So basically what we were doing there was like shipping up yeah, we was shipping up jizz up there. How the leeches are born is our secret. Just wait until the new cycle of our rotation. The election, my friend. You'll be in your element in this crazy race. You'll take an Illich, the jewel of the pod! Take care of him, as nature set things up in such a way that the Illich is defenseless and doesn't live long! You are the ones who will take them back to Bodish! That's why we keep you around, fitters of the roads, pilots of Fostral! My ride is harsh yet sweet for you, the one who proves to be the smartest and comes to Bodish with the Elite first will be greatly rewarded. And will gain our favor. The one who fails and ruins the Elite will pay for it. The cost will be high, and you will fear us then. At the end is gulp down. The dapper Elite has finally reached the bodies which have cooled up after the plump up and are now awaiting revival. The Elites then are taken into their cool embrace and take the pulpy gift, Elite pod flesh. Yeah. So, like, Elite pod bodies are in two parts, and apparently the Elite is the part that contains the central nervous system. I think that's what he's talking about. And soon the pod will hear the newborn chord, just like the chosen one who gave the Nimbos. The Elite pods are the best, Fostro! You must have seen a change of colors up there on the ground. This is the way you see our cycle, the way we govern you. You have some knowledge now about Ellie pods, and you can cater to us. Test your fate! Your choice in cargo was a good one, Wheelman. You have a bright future. Nimbos is what the Ellie pods need here, and wonderful L incubator. What is incubator, counselor? Another lost bidder! Yeah, Fostro's a big place! What's incubator? Where is it? It's around here, you wheeled shrimp, and I'm Vanger himself! Where's Vanger, counselor? Vanger is me. What is Vanger's, counselor? Who are Vangers? And you're asking me, the counselor? Oh, the kind of idiots I have to put up with! What is cert, counselor? Cert is all we need! Where's the news, counselor? Your neighbors never wake, Rambler! Major, the election is coming up! The LA Pod's giving you the chance to participate in something holy! Do you agree to wait here until the abundant plump up and the leeches emerge from the abyss of dreams? Okay, Wormhole, wait. The inevitable has occurred! The allegiance have come! Take him and bring him to punish! But remember, the allegiance is very fragile! As soon as the gulp down starts, he'll die forever! Hurry up, charioteer! Boys, we are not in a favorable position, but no, frick. Yeah, okay. We're just pretty much straight up bad. Really bad. I refuse to, oh gosh. Okay. So it would seem that, we lost our cargo. We lost we lost the baby? It's over there. Oh yeah, so, there's a critical note to mention here. I'm not save scumming. Like normally you know. Like normally I'd like honestly reload over and over again until I'm like, what? But I ain't doing that because it's inorganic behavior. And you might notice that this is a very organic game. Like, pretty much I'm only going to reload if some brave Toa such as that successfully kills and devours me for his mana. Neither of those are in-game terms. Alright, so it fell down. That means that that we don't have to like go through as much trouble to make our yeah. Yeah, you know, we're dead last, and like features out, like, or no, I think he's going to be like genuinely angry, you know, when we return. Oh no, we're not dead last. Like, obviously, it's going to be a pretty late entrance, but there's like different degrees of you know, it's a computer, it doesn't really recognize in the other numerical positions. So unless this game is like a little smarter than I know, when it's measuring season progress, it's not going to okay. It's not going to I don't believe that it's going to like acknowledge how close that our village really was to fighting it. Alright, you know, like we're going up to like the big beeb sheep boy up there. Get our own beebs. Sound evil fighter, you handle your Vangers well. You've preserved the little elite. That's good. Your beebs are waiting. This hurts my throat a lot. I'm like crying actually. No, not from like anger or anxiety. Just throat injury. I'm not sure if I could read in one of these in my current state. What is a leech, counselor? An elite is a wonderful creature. You used to be an elite too, but not for very long. So, yeah, that's interesting. Here. Where's Vangers, counselor? Vangers, wait. Oh, wait, okay, I already know this. Hold on. No, I'm good. Yeah, you know, I'm calling it quits now.